AI really that powerful? Who operates it? We, the people. And if we manage it properly, then we can have a proper use of it. And today we'll get to learn how to give better prompts in order to use AI in our way. So that whatever fears we are like listening these days that we are like AI is gonna rule over us, we can come out of those fears. And so, the SA of the today's meeting, Ajanta, welcome you all to the 207th meeting of TMCL. And I request everyone here present to switch on their cameras and please have a wonderful meeting so that we can see all the cheerful faces here. Now, I would like to recite some of the guidelines which we follow in our regular meetings. So, first, I will tell our mission. Our mission is to provide a conducive, supportive, and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to communicate, to build communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self confidence and personal growth. And we follow certain directions in online sessions, which are first, ensure that you are logged in with your correct name. It will help us to identify you easily. All the speakers or role takers are requested to add the name of their role next to their names. All the guests are requested to prefix guest before their name. It can be done by clicking the Participants tab to rename yourself. Know when your camera is on and avoid doing any activity that may distract the speaker. Please mute your microphone except when it's your turn to speak to avoid background noises from interrupting the meeting. And please unmute your microphone and start your video when the Toastmaster of the day or the Table Topics Master asks you to do so. And please let the host and co hosts handle all the controls. Now, some more guidelines are: refrain from speaking about religion, sex, and politics in a derogatory manner. Avoid interjecting the speaker when he or she is delivering a speech, evaluation, or report. And avoid any conversation in chat publicly when someone is speaking, as it may distract the speaker. Please raise your hand to volunteer during table topic session to speak. Look out for the green, yellow, and red colored cards on the screen. They will be displayed by the timer at the appropriate times. At the end of every segment, please cast your ballot when the host displays the polls on the screen. And so now these were few of the guidelines which we all follow in the regular meetings. And again, I would like to request everyone to please turn on the cameras so that we can have a very beautiful and cheerful meeting with all the beautiful faces. And now I would like to invite someone who is from Vaishali, Bihar, and a graduate in history, like has a great knowledge in historical things, and he loves reading books and listening audio musics. And he served as a secretary, SAA, and now he is VP of our TMCL group. And he is none other than Suraj. So I would like to invite Toastmaster Suraj for to further take the stage and further take the meeting. And I would request you all to please give a huge round of applause for Suraj.
Thanks a lot, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Ajanta, for such a pleasurable introduction. And I would request everyone present here to give her a huge round of applause. And hi, everyone. I welcome all of you at the online meeting of the Toastmaster Club of Lucknow. This is our 207th Toastmaster meeting, online meeting, and I would welcome you. And I hope that you all will be present there till the end of our meeting. Today, I could see that there are few guests joining from various places. So I would request them to unmute themselves and please enlighten all of us with your introduction. So, guest Mamta, could you please uh, tell us your brief introduction so that all of the members and the guests present here can know about you? I guess Mamta, you are okay.
I am Mamta Trivedi. I am a homemaker. I blessed 2 children. Elder one is Monica, Captain Monica. She is captain in Indian Army. And son-in-law is also major in the army. And younger one is Vishal Trivedi. He's always with you. And my husband, Colonel Rajesh Trivedi, he just retired last Jan. And
Thanks.
this is my family
Thanks a
background.
lot. Thanks a lot.
Welcome.
Thanks a lot, Guest Mamta, for joining this meet. And I can see that you have family, you have a legacy who has been contributing in the service of the nation, just like your husband, then again your daughter. And it's our pleasure to have you here. And I was so uh, happy that I just asked for your introduction, and then I was even more happier when I just got to know that your daughter is captain, your son-in-law is major, and again your husband is a retired soldier. I mean colonel in the from the army. So that's a huge pleasure for all of us to have you here. Thank you so much for joining the meet, and I hope you will enjoy the entire meet, and you will be with us throughout the meeting. Thank you so much. Now I could see that I can say guest Aspersh. Guest Aspersh, could you please enlighten us with your introduction?
Yeah, sure. Hello, everyone. I'm Sparsh. I'm Sparsh Chaurasia. I'm based out of Lucknow, not basically Lucknow. I live in Itonja. It's a small town in the outskirts of Lucknow. Currently, I'm working as a data analyst in a company based out in Mumbai. So I graduated in chemical engineering from HBTI Kanpur, and since last 4 years I've been working. So the first year I was working as a chemical engineer in Tata Chemicals. Then I switched my domain to data analyst and work as a data analyst in Engineero. So yeah, that's all myself.
Yeah, thank you so much, Aspersh, for telling about yourself. And till the time I have asked, two people for the introduction. In every introduction, I am getting something interesting. Here, as you can say, I can say that even I'm in Mumbai, right? So again, thanks a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
So moving forward, I can see Addy. Addy, guest Addy, could you please tell us about yourself? Addy. Who is Addy? Addy, just let me know if I'm audible. Okay, so I think he or she must be somewhere else. Toastmaster
Yeah, hi
Alex.
Suraj. Hi Suraj. Actually, I'm with. I hope you remember.
Okay, it's Adit. Adit, okay.
Right. Actually,
Adit,
my name was
thank you
said,
so
but
much for joining us.
actually,
So I would request you to enlighten all of us with your introduction so that all the club members and the guests can have a little idea about yourself.
all right. Currently, I'm living in Delhi and I'm working as a Salesforce developer in Gurgaon-based MNC. And yeah, there I have experience of around 4.5 years. And yeah, that's pretty much about me. To be honest, yeah. And actually, this is the first time that I'm joining this meeting. Like as soon as send me the meeting link, so I'm joining this via that link only. So yeah, this is my first time. So I just want to check it out whether like how it goes. I just need to go. I just need to check it out, like how these Toastmaster meetings and all this stuff is going on.
Yeah. Thank you so much for
Okay.
joining,
Yes.
and it's
Thank you very much.
our pleasure to have you here in our 207th meet. And now I can see Arch. I just don't know whether I'm pronouncing this name right or not, right or wrong. Arch, okay, okay, it's Archita. Arch Archita is okay. Okay. Okay, I would request Arch to please give us your short introduction. Am I audible? Okay. Hi, Pallavi. May I know you are a guest or a Toastmaster?
Good evening, yes, everyone. I am a guest, but I have joined Toastmaster in July month only at Toastmaster Club of Tissue.
Okay, so you are a guest Toastmaster. Thank you so much. Could you please enlighten all of us with your short introduction?
Yeah, I am a practicing chartered accountant, and I am also from Lucknow only. And I have joined Toastmaster Club of Lucknow quite few times. I'm regular
Okay.
guest over here, and I love this meeting a lot.
Yeah. Thank you so much for loving the meeting. And this is what the Toastmaster journey teaches all of us, that every time we join any meeting, whether it's online or offline, whenever we encounter new faces again, that gives us lots of happiness. So moving forward, I would just give a few idea. Toastmaster Ajanta, as you haven't taken any particular role from now onwards, right? So I would request you to work as a shadow general evaluator, so that from next time, if you just have the, opportunity, then you can also take up the role of general evaluator. Right. I
Okay.
mean, you don't really have to work as a general evaluator. You just have to be in the background. That's it.
Okay.
Just for
What?
your own training. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Just for your, yeah. So hi everyone. So thank you so much, as I have just got introductions from all the guests, and you all must be waiting for the main structure of the meeting. So now, without any further ado, I would request someone on the stage who is a person very, very, I would say an amazing person, a seasoned technology manager and a tech enthusiast, who hails from a vibrant city of Lucknow. So most of the people are from Lucknow, and this meeting is also, this club has also its name from the Lucknow as well. And deeply connecting with its rich culture and dynamic tech community, his extensive experience in managing cutting-edge technology projects and his unwavering passion for innovation makes him an invaluable addition to him. And he has brought a theme where he will be enlightening all of us on technology related, some terminology or tech, I would say. And he is none other than Toastmaster Akshat. So I would request everyone to give him a huge thunderous round of applause. Toastmaster Akshat, the stage is yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj, for such a wonderful introduction. It always feels special to be back in Toastmasters. And I think after a break of a couple of weeks, I'm back as the T-Mod in this session. So I am quite delighted to see so many faces out here. I can see at least 50% of the people with their camera on. And I would request the rest also that if it is possible, you can switch on your camera. Now, before I would start with my content, I would like to understand from you, did you guys have the opportunity to look at the flyer for today? So Suraj is nodding, Ajanta is nodding a bit, but I'm not sure if the rest of you have been able to look at the flyer. Well, the title exactly says prompt engineering. And the subtitle says communicate better with AI, which is artificial intelligence. So in today's times, as you all would agree that AI has become all pervasive. So every technologist, every professional is very frequently using the word AI or artificial intelligence. Now, what is the purpose of artificial intelligence in a Toastmasters context? Well, I believe many of you, if not all, are using Chat GPT in some capacity. So if you could just raise your hand to say that, yes, you are using Chat GPT. Well, good to see so many people raising their hands. And I was one of the first to raise her hand, which means that she is definitely making use of Chat GPT. So Chat GPT and guest Mamta has also raised her hand, and Krish also raised his hand. So we can see that Chat GPT is being extensively used these days, and it's been just a matter of a couple of years that Chat GPT has become all pervasive, right? So we are making use of, or we are basically using artificial intelligence in a Toastmasters context also, right? And it's frequent that though I'm not doubting, but many a times the flyers that come out in Toastmasters is all being designed using AI or generative AI per se. All right. So I would before I move on, I would like to understand from a few of you, like for what purposes are you using Chat GPT? Let me go to Toastmaster Suraj. Toastmaster Suraj, how is Chat GPT making your life easier?
Chat GPT is making my life easier in a few aspects. For example, suppose I have read a book or I have listened to the audiobook and I want to go through the summary from the aspect of ChatGPT, then I just easily search the summary of this particular book, and then it gives us a very, very concise and crisp insights about the book, and then I just have a read from there. Apart from that, whatever things, for example, some questions are there, some so whenever some bizarre questions occur to me, I go to ChatGPT, right? For example, I asked that recently I asked a question that how does top thinkers think, right? So this was the question I asked. Then again, I asked about uh, how how do top thinkers or top performers schedule their day-to-day routine, something like that. So this,
All right.
I think,
All
bizarre
right.
question.
So bizarre questions, right? But nowhere did you mention about asking ChatGPT questions on probably relationships, because these days people are asking a lot of questions around dating, relationships to ChatGPT, and ChatGPT in a way has become the significant other, right? So more than discussing your problems with your boyfriend or a girlfriend, people are asking ChatGPT about what is the reason for their relationship worries, right? So as you said that there could be bizarre questions being asked to ChatGPT, because somewhere we feel that people in our real lives, people surrounding us, are not able to quench our thirst when it comes to answering questions, right? And Chat GPT is not like our typical elder, let's say your father or a mother, because I remember when I would approach my father to ask a question, he would say, "Ek baar bata diya na, I'm not going to tell it again and again." But Chat GPT is a completely different person. It always encourages you to ask as many times as you want. And one thing that GPT does very beautifully is it is always very encouraging in its responses, right? So the questions, the communication that you are doing with Chat GPT is nothing but a prompt that you are giving to Chat GPT. It's a prompt. It's an instruction to Chat GPT to give an output, right? And because in Toastmasters, we basically believe in doing effective communication. So in a way, we are also creating prompts. What is a good prompt in a Toastmasters context? Every speaker in Toastmasters is creating or is delivering a speech, which is a prompt to the rest of us to basically think out loud, to think about what the speaker is saying. Similarly, every topic is a prompt in itself. It makes the speaker think about how he or she should approach that topic, and that in turn gives the audience some food for thought. So we are creating prompts that are inputs to people, and just like there are inputs to people, there are inputs to AI. So effective communication with AI is very much necessary, right? So with that, I would definitely move on to sharing a slide with all of you. Let me know when my slide is visible to everyone. Is my slide visible with the heading Prompt Engineering, Communicate Better with AI, right? So I would directly move on to the first slide. And let's look at the agenda. So typical Toastmasters meeting consists of the content from the TMOD, but also at the same time, we have some very structured sessions in Toastmasters, which means that there would be a briefing by the general evaluator. And then if you look at row number 4, which is prepared speeches that are covered in Toastmasters. And then you also have table topics and evaluation. And intertwined with this is the content of the TMOD, which is nothing but prompt engineering for today, right? So before I move on to further details on prompt engineering, I would stop here and we would go to the first structured bit of the TMOD session. So I would invite the general evaluator for today. And the general evaluator for today is none other than Toastmaster Suraj. And as someone introduced Toastmaster Suraj, he is from the city of Vaishali. He is a seasoned Toastmaster, and his presence in Toastmaster circles, especially TMCL, is very much important to all of us. So with that, I would call on stage Toastmaster Suraj to take you through with the proceedings of general evaluation. Toastmaster Suraj, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akshat. And hi, everyone. Once again, very good evening to all fellow Toastmasters and dear guests present here. And today I'll be taking the role of general evaluator. My role is to evaluate the entire meeting since it has started till the end. And to conduct this huge task in the meeting, I will be assisted by my tag team. In tag team, we have 3 role players, as tag stands for timer, a counter role player, and grammarian. So I would like to introduce all of them one by one, and then they will come and they will introduce about their role. First, I have my timer. He is from IMSUC Toastmaster Club, currently pursuing BBA at IMS Ghaziabad. He is from Himachal Pradesh and passionate about traveling, reading, and exploring entrepreneurship trends. So, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Krish. Toastmaster Krish, stage is yours.
Hello. Thank you, Toastmaster Switch, for introducing me so vibrantly. And good afternoon, everyone, and fellow Toastmasters and sparkling guests. I am the timer of the day, the guardian of the clock. My mission is to make sure that we all stay within time so that the meeting went smoother than a TED talk on roller sticks. So here are 3 sessions in the meeting, which will be prepared speech session, the table topic session, and the evaluation session. And for the prepare speech session, the green card will be shown at 5 minutes. Give me a minute, I'll show you that how it will be shown. Okay. So the green card will be shown at 5 minutes, and the yellow card will be shown at 6 minutes, and the red card will be shown at 7 minutes for the prepared speech session. And for the same, there is a table topic session in which the green card will be shown at 1 minute, yellow card will be shown at 1 minute 30 seconds, and the red card will be shown at 2 minutes. Plus, there is a grace period of 30 seconds on the upper side. And the 30 seconds grace period for the speech as well is also given for the upper side in prepared speech sections. Rather than that, there is an evaluation session in which the green card will be shown at 2 minutes, and the yellow card will be shown at 30. The yellow card will be shown at 2 minutes 30 seconds, and the red card will be shown at 3 minutes. Rather than that, the 30-second grace period will also be given to the evaluation. And I want to give you a pro tip as well that if you are in time, then you are available or eligible for the meeting rewards as well. Thank you for your attention. And now back to the brilliant general evaluator Toastmaster Suraj. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Krish, for your illustration about your role. And now I'll move forward to my next role player, who will be assisting us in another aspect. And she is none other than Toastmaster Devika, who has done masters in VLSI from Banasthali Vidyapith. She loves spending time with family and friends, and she has served TMCL as a secretary, as a sergeant at arms, and now she's again secretary. Right, so please welcome Toastmaster Devika, who has taken the role of our counter.
Good evening to our Toastmasters and dear guests. I would be the counter for today's meeting, and my role is to point out the filler words and filler phrases. The filler words are well, okay, so, like, and filler phrases are like I think that, and I would be noticing every gesture and facial expression of yours, and I will be giving the report at the end of the meeting when called upon by the journal evaluator. Thank you, and over to you, Master Suraj.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Devika, for explaining your role and enlightening all of us with all those filler words, crutch words, and unnecessary sounds which we generally use. Now, moving forward, who will be helping me in the evaluation of the entire meeting? Grammarian, today's grammarian of the meeting. She has served as a secretary, VP membership, VP education, and as president at this club, Toastmaster Club of Lucknow. She loves dancing, singing, drawing, painting, and connecting with the new people. And it's a common one amongst all of us. She has recently added a feather in her cap that is called Triple Crown, and she has recently worn it. And first of all, I would request all of you to give her a huge round of applause for that. And she is none other than Toastmaster Archita, today's grammarian. Toastmaster Archita, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suraj, for this wonderful introduction of mine. So, words are free, right? It's how you use them that may cost you. So this quote beautifully reminds us that words hold immense power. They can inspire, they can persuade, or even change the course of a conversation. As Toastmasters, the way we choose and use our words matters just as much as the message we want to convey. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As your grammarian today, my role is to be a keen observer of language. I will be listening carefully to all the speakers who are using effective and beautiful uses of language. And also, I will highlight the areas where language could be improved. In short, my job is to help us become more mindful of our words, because words once spoken cannot be taken back, but they can always be improved for future, right? And to add a little more fun, I have a word of the day and phrase of the day for all of you. Let me share my screen. I hope the screen is visible to all of you. Anyone, Suraj on screen. Hi, Toastmaster. Actually, was my screen visible?
No, it's not. I mean, I could see that you're starting to share your screen, but it did not appear actually.
Okay, let me just try again. Is it visible now?
Yes.
Okay, okay. So word of the day today is propel, which means to drive, push, or move something forward, or to motivate or spur someone into action. For example, innovation and technology continue to propel the world into the future. Another example is constructive feedback from evaluators can propel a member's growth. Or joining Toastmasters will propel you towards becoming a confident speaker. So this is the word of the day, and phrase of the day is pave the way, which means to make progress easier for others, to create opportunity or smooth the path for future success. For example, scientists today are paving the way for future innovations. Or each speech we give paves the way for us to be more confident speakers. Or education paves the way for brighter tomorrow. So this is the word of the day and phrase of the day. I encourage all the speakers who are going to speak in this meeting to use word of the day and phrase of the day in your speeches. And I will come back with my report at the end of the meeting to highlight all the good uses and improve and suggestion for improvements. Till then, all the very best for all the speakers, and you all enjoy the meeting. Thank you so much. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Archita, for throwing light over your role and enlightening all of us with two beautiful vocabs. And of course, even from my end, I would propel everyone here. Not propel, I can say, obviously, that's not, I cannot say it like that. But if we all can propel ourselves respectively to use these two words, then definitely by the end of this meeting, we will find ourselves very comfortable using all these two words. And that will pave the way for having better vocabs in our dictionary. And that will also pave the way for yourself to use all of these things. So thanks a lot, Toastmaster Archita, for your introduction upon the role. And so this was my team as a tag team who will be assisting me throughout the meet in terms of evaluating the entire meeting. Now, I would hand over the stage back to Toastmaster Akshat Pandey to take the meeting forward.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj, for covering the general evaluation bit and introducing a wonderful tag team. In short, what all of us are trying to do in Toastmasters is to pave the way for a better communication. And since communication is at the center of whatever we do in Toastmasters, I personally feel that today's session of prompt engineering would propel us into doing more effective communication with artificial intelligence and thereby creating better content. So with that, I would again do a screen share and we would go through the rest of the slides. All right, so on your screen is the definition of prompt engineering. So prompt engineering is nothing but the practice of crafting clear and effective instructions, in short, prompts, for AI models, especially language models, to generate desired outputs. Now, in a Toastmasters context, I know this is a bit of technical jargon, but if I were to make it more user-friendly or more layman, I would say that it's clear and effective communication with tools like ChatGPT, right? So let's look at an example. All right. So when we use ChatGPT, we are basically asking ChatGPT questions. So one question could be something like this. With respect to Toastmasters, I can tell ChatGPT to give me a table topic. But this prompt is a very basic prompt. So the kind of answer that I can expect ChatGPT to give is, talk about your hobby. So it completely depends on the user or the person who is questioning ChatGPT, the kind of answers that he would get based on the questions. Another prompt, and a better prompt according to me, could be, give me a thought-provoking one-line table topic about change in life. Now, this is a question that I'm asking, or this is an instruction that I'm giving to ChatGPT. And the kind of answer that I can expect is something like this. So ChatGPT is being more intelligent and it is asking me to speak on a table topic, which is, when the winds shift, do you adjust your sails or wait for calm? So imagine the kind of output that I have gained by just changing my prompt to ChatGPT. So this is just one example of a prompt to ChatGPT. Isn't this also true for a lot of relationships that we have in our lives? So the more closely we communicate with people, the better responses we can expect to get. And with tools like artificial intelligence or tools like ChatGPT, we can definitely make good use of these tools if we ask the right set of questions to AI. All right, so this gives you a gist about what I'm trying to say. Now let me just deconstruct and explain this to you in a detailed way. So I would move on to the next slide. Can you all, by raising your hands, tell me that so far this has been easy to follow what I have been saying? All right, so I would move on to the next slide. What is the anatomy of a good prompt? Like when you are asking ChatGPT a question because you are going to work on something very serious. So your initial prompt would be your initial thought, like whatever question you want to ask ChatGPT. So an example of an initial thought could be, write an introduction for a Toastmasters meeting. As simple as that. But this is just the starting. You just can't stop here. So when you are communicating with AI, you also need to add further attributes. So what could be the next thing that you should be writing? You have to give ChatGPT the context of what you want to do. And what is the example of a context? Now, what I'll do is I will build this question one attribute at a time. So just look at my next prompt. My next prompt says, write an introduction for a Toastmasters meeting with the theme overcoming fear. So I'm being more detailed in my prompts to ChatGPT. The next thing that I can specify in my question is that it's fine that you would write an introduction, but I want that write-up to be under 100 words. So you are also mentioning a constraint to your question in ChatGPT. The next thing that you should specify is anything special that you want the AI to return, or the output that you want the AI to give. So what I have said as an example is, write an introduction for a Toastmasters meet with the theme overcoming fear in 100 words and include a famous quote. So look at how my prompts are slowly changing into something more specific. I started off with just mentioning an introduction to Toastmasters meeting, and slowly and steadily, I am adding more of my demands. What comes next? You also mention the persona or the actors that you are talking about. This would be clear to you when I mention an example. So look at my next line. Toastmaster Ajanta, can you help me with just reading this part?
So, act as the Toastmaster of the day. Write an introduction for a Toastmasters meeting with the theme Overcoming Fear in 100 words and include a famous quote.
Thanks a lot. So as you know, AI is quite intelligent. Over a period of time, it has gathered all the information from the internet. So if you instruct artificial intelligence to act like someone, the kind of response that it would share with you be like that of a person. All right. So this is how you train, or this is how you actually instruct your ChatGPT to give you better output. So you have mentioned that act like the Toastmaster of the day and then write an introduction. It would be very different from how a guest would write an introduction of Toastmasters. So that's how you should incrementally look at improving your prompt. The next thing is also give an example. Now you see the prompt is becoming bigger and bigger just because you are adding more and more details. So what you are saying to ChatGPT is, write an introduction in the style that is convenient to me. And I usually begin my style with, good evening, fellow Toastmasters. Tonight, we are going to explore courage. Let's reflect on it. Right. And this is a very and this is one example that I use very extensively. So what I do is I'll share the tricks with you, is that I take a flyer, Toastmasters flyer, and I just paste it in ChatGPT, and I tell ChatGPT to adapt it to the new theme that I'm going to speak on. So it knows from the previous flyer that there is a way of communication in Toastmasters Club of Lucknow, and I just need to tweak it to make it a new theme. So that's how you go about changing your prompt. You also ask it to give you real world examples. So the rest of the prompt remains like that, and you add one more bit related to real life moments like public speaking jitters or stage fright. So you have added, or in your prompt, a real world example. All right. And then in the end, you also give or ask ChatGPT to give you 3 different versions so that I can choose the best one. So you're putting ChatGPT to a lot of work. And then ChatGPT would give you 3 different versions, and then you're free to choose between or amongst one out of the 3. Right? So what you can see is the way you communicate with AI is also different. And that's what might create the difference between 2 people. Right? So it could be that Timer Krish is just satisfied with the initial thought of asking ChatGPT that write an introduction for a Toastmasters meeting, while Toastmaster Asank might be a little more intelligent, he might go ahead and add all the attributes. So the kind of output that Asank can expect from ChatGPT would be very, very different from what Timer Krish expects. So this is just one example, and there is no fixed template. You can always work on this, make it better. But let me tell you, a lot of people are using AI very intelligently. So merely using ChatGPT is not going to help. You have to use it in as intelligent way as possible, right? So I would stop here because we now move on to the next section. So I'll stop my screen sharing. The next section, people, is about prepared speeches. That's what we come to Toastmasters for. And there is one speaker for today. And I would like to call on stage evaluator for the prepared speech for today. And he is none other than Toastmaster Anup, who is an MBA based in Lucknow and is currently working as a unit head of an organization in the FMCG sector. Outside of work, he loves to travel, do some bit of gardening, and he likes to catch up on OTT shows. And Toastmaster Anup, as if you would have attended some of the sessions, he took a brilliant session on how to avoid multitasking and make your life more sorted. So before I pass on the mic to Toastmaster Anup, I'd like to do a quick overview of what a prepared speech is. So in a prepared speech, a speaker would speak on a topic for 5 to 7 minutes. And this speech is basically from his or her pathway that he has, that he or she is pursuing in Toastmasters. And there would be a timer who would be keeping a note of the time that the speaker is taking. And with that, I would hand or the stage to Toastmaster Anup. Toastmaster Anup, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Akshat. Thank you for that introduction. So next speaker today is Prerna Dwivedi. She's a multi-talented second-year BTech student from United Institute of Technology, Prayagraj. She's a coding enthusiast who also loves acting, dancing, and cooking. She's a proud Triple Crown awardee, serving as VP Education as UGI Toastmaster Club. And she's also paving the way for club growth in Area F1 by contributing as club growth director there. Today, her speech is from level 4 project 1, and agenda of the speech is to handle difficult audience, right? Purpose of this project is primarily for member to practice the skills needed to address audience challenges when they present within or outside Toastmaster Club. So that is the main objective. Timer, please note that while speech is from 5 to 7 minutes, but she also gets a grace period in order to handle audience disruptions or challenges. So she can go up to 10 to 15 minutes, right? She has got a grace period from that window. So please make a note of that. With this, I would like to welcome Prerna Dwivedi, who's delivering her speech. So Prerna, main character syndrome, Prerna. Over to you. All the best.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Like, have you ever walked in with earphones, feeling like there's a slow motion camera following you and you are the hero of the movie? Yes? Yeah. And that is what I call the main character syndrome. I propel myself to do so. And I'm telling you, I have got it bad. But not in a bad way. In fact, I could say that I like it. Because in my life, I'm not just the main character. I'm the director, I'm the producer, I'm the costume designer, or I am also the background dancer when I'm bored in the kitchen. Yes, my heart, my brain, and my soul is running this movie all together. And you know, my life is full of suspenses, like random plots with twists, flashback at 2 a.m., crying with Maggie like hairs. Yes, just imagine you are in the center and your exam got cancelled just an half hour ago. What would you do? Cry? No, just a heartbreaking sound coming in the background and me with lots of emotion inside my head, but nothing to do so. Just a tears in the eyes. Yes. Or like once I could say I gave some change to the taxi driver, but he cursed me. And you know what? At that time I realized I am just a side character in the story. Yes. Now you might be having a question that I'm contradicting my statements of the main character and the side character. But the side character is also a character which you can play by your own. So yes. Now coming upon how I could say that how my life is going upon. Being an hosteler, I have the horror drama of late hostel night horror shows, which nobody asks about. Or I could say some kind of love angle that Toastmasters Cinema gave me and my story. So thanks Toastmasters Cinema on that. But wait, what else is required? A rom-com? Romantic comedy? Or the noise which the audience is not making, but yes, my mother is interrupting as an audience. So this is also, I could say, a role which my mother is playing silently. But yes, what else a movie can be? A movie can be a lot of things which is required. And you know what? My life is playing all that equally. But it is not because it is disrupting me. It is because it is entertaining me and trying to make me, I could say, be it suspense, be it comedy, be it happy, or be it sad. Yes, this is how my life goes on. But coming upon the roles, you know
Hi,
what?
Toastmasters
I
Sankhya.
play the role of
Toastmasters Sankhya.
Hi,
but
Toastmaster Archita. Long time no
When you
see.
will be meeting us? It's been such a long time.
oh, nice. Hello, my mentor. So it's a nice
Hi,
day. But
hi,
okay,
Toastmaster. All the
let's
best.
come.
And
Thank you. But let's come on to my topic that this is what how disruptions come. But the life, the movie goes on. And this is how I move on. Just saying hi, hello, and bye. This is what the main character syndrome is. Not always prioritizing myself, but
Are you
sometimes I
always
had to
lost
give
in your
priority.
main character syndrome? Hi, Prerna.
No, not
Are you always lost in your main character syndrome?
no, not actually,
Is it
ma'am, because
self-owned
I know
obsession?
that actually it is not the self. As I told that I not always prioritize myself. I take the priority which is required. Like
So
sometimes, as
how do
I
you know
told that
which is
the
your
taxi driver
priority?
cursed me and I felt
How
like,
do you know which is your priority?
okay. I could say that I know my priorities because I have had full focus on my priorities, like which time I have to give to which thing. Like if I'm free, I would be
So
giving the
how do
time
you
to the
decide
Toastmasters.
that?
But if
How do
I'm
you
not free,
decide
then
your priorities? How do you decide your
okay, like
priorities?
it is the Sunday, a happy Sunday. So I frequently join two Toastmasters meeting because I know that I'm free today. So I have no work to do.
So
So
what
I know
about
that
the
I
rest
can
of the
take the
week?
time.
So what about the
The
rest
rest
of the
of
week?
week, rest of the weeks I have the movie show, like I have to go to college, I have to do the academic stuffs and all those
So
things.
you
So
have
I
too
know
many
that
things.
goes
You
also.
have too many things
Yes,
on
I
your
do
plate.
have too many things. Yes,
So
I
what
do have
propels
too
you?
many.
What propels you?
Actually, the motivation is me myself, as it is the main character syndrome. So yes,
So
the
how do you pave your
motivation is
way?
me
How
myself.
do you pave your way?
Actually, by recognizing things, by analyzing, and by knowing that what to do and what to not. So that is how I manage myself. Like now I'm managing your questions. I don't know what to answer, but I'm answering those questions. So this is how we do things. So yeah. This is how I manage things. And along with that, also, I'm a too much, I could say, talkative guy or girl, you could say. Oversharing is a habit, I could say, which
Why
I'm
would I say
trying
this?
to.
Why would I say that you are a talkative person?
Because I am a talkative person, and the person who know me personally would always agree that yes, I am a talkative person because I'm losing my flow of speech and I'm talking to you again and again. That says that I'm a talkative person. So yes, coming back to my speech where I was telling about a talkative and oversharing character of mine, where just a text came, "Hi, can we be a friend?" And I answered yes. The text came at 12 midnight and talking till
Toastmaster Prerna,
2
why do you
a.m.
say just yes without thinking twice? Like obviously before making someone friend, we must think. I mean, why do you do something like that?
Actually, I got that message by a known of me. Like, I know that guy, that who is he. So I told, okay, we can be friends. No issues. Asked just for friendship. So no issues on that. So now talking till 2 a.m. and the next day I came to know that all the things which I shared to him got leaked. And I was crying at that moment that, what had I done? And that was the thing which I had done in my first year. And from that, Toastmasters Swarnima told me that, what do? You overshare yourself. But what?
Toastmaster Prerna, listen to me. I am the best. I am a Porsche with no brakes. Then if I am the main character in my story, why should I be listening to your story of main character? I mean, what is the reason for me to
Because,
listen to you?
okay, nice question. Actually, the reason to listen me is that I'm going to deliver a speech. I'm delivering a speech here today, so you have to listen me as a good listener. Because in Toastmasters, we are also a good listener too. So yes, you have to listen me. Okay, coming back. So when I overshare, as the light always needs to be acted upon the spotlight. Okay, so when I'm in the spotlight, I'm going to share it. But when the light is overused, it used to get fused. So when you overtrust someone, your trust gets broke. And that's what happened with me at that very moment. And not only for the single time I got the trust broken with friendship, or I could say much more things. But that doesn't mean that I could end up my story or I could end up my movie over there. It is a long run movie, and I am the main character where I have to decide that whom I could take in the movie as the character or the co-actor with me, or I could say that whom to choose as a producer right now. As being in home, I am not the director, because being in home, your parents are going to direct you that what are you going to do. But I know at the very moment when I'm in the hostel, I'm the director as well, because I know what the direction should be given to my movie.
So
Yes,
how do you convince in
these
that
all
way
knowledge.
to your parents? Like you are also saying that your parents are the directors, you're also the director, so there must be some conflicting points. So how do you manage that? How do you convince them?
Actually, the conflicting points between me and my parents arises very, I could say, less quantity, because I always listen to them as they tell I do so. But sometimes we have the thought conflicts as well. But when the thought conflicts arises, the thing is, I listen to them, they listen to me, or sometimes I raise my voice, sometimes they raise their voice, and then we come to a conclusion because a third party enters, either my mother, either my father. Both of them, at least one have to enter, and the things can be sorted out over there. So yes, we do like that. Likewise, we proceed over these things. So no worries on that. Coming upon my theme, that every story is written by you, and your own story needs to be glorified by you. Many people come, many people go, but that doesn't mean that your story is going to be ended up over there. You are the main character. Your heart is the producer, your mind is the director, and you yourself can do anything to make this movie shine. So, at last, I would like to say that this Toastmaster Prerna is signing off, but the picture is still there to be released. Thank you. Over to the TMOD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prerna, for such a wonderful speech. And this is an incentive for everyone to basically choose this in the pathway, this particular topic or title, I would say, because this is a very interesting one. And I think you have tried your best to manage all the disruptors that were there in your speech. The details of your evaluation would be given to you by the evaluator. But I think now let's move on. So we had just one prepared speech section. And now we would go back to the TMOD. And I would again do a screen share. Let me know once my screen is visible. I hope it is. So we looked at the anatomy of a good prompt, like how you should be doing your prompts. So you specify the initial context, you specify the constraints, personal actors examples, real world examples, and you ask for multiple iterations. All right. So with that, so we all know how to ask ChatGPT relevant questions. I have an interesting exercise for all of you. All right. How many of you are from a technical domain? Like you work in IT or you work in technology? Just raise your hand, that should be fine. So I can see Prerna raise her hand. I can see Ajanta. Who else? Suraj has also raised his hand. So when I say technical, I am meaning the field of software and computers. All right, so I can see a few hands. All right. Now the thing is, the exercise that I have for all of you is that you know how you can make your prompts better. So with that understanding, I have an exercise for you. So what you see on the right is basically a text document that contains a paragraph on a topic. For those of you who have understood by just reading the name of the file, what the content is, it is fine. But in a Toastmasters context, it is completely gibberish. It is completely not understandable. That's the kind of paragraph that I'm going to share with you. And what I want you to do is, if you have ChatGPT open at your end, I am sure some of you are on a mobile phone, but those of you who are on a laptop, if you could explain this using ChatGPT and using all these attributes. I mean, it is up to you whether you want to use one or multiple, but basically generate a summary of this article that is understandable to all of us in a Toastmasters context, right? So I will share this content and I'll share this in the chat window. I hope it would be visible to all of you. Just a second, let me just paste this in the chat window. I'll stop doing a screen share. All right, it doesn't let me actually paste it. I'll still give it a try. All right, it isn't allowing me more than 1,000 words. So I will send the file directly. All right. There's a file that should be available to you. And what I want you to do is that you use ChatGPT. I am more interested in the prompt that you would create. What I want is a general summary, easy to understand, and the summary should be such that you can paste it in the chat box itself. So the constraint is that it should be not more than 4 to 5 lines, and it should be understandable to normal people, normal non-technical people, right? And I know that you would have no idea about what this is, but that's not your problem. That's the problem of AI to solve. You just need to ask the right or give it the right prompt. So that's the challenge for you, but don't paste it in the chat window until I ask you. All right. And if you want that list of guidelines that you should follow, it is now pasted in the chat window. So you need to have the initial thought, you need to have the context, you also need to specify the constraints, examples, real world example pass. So I'm not expecting all of you to do it in the best possible way, but do it and keep it ready with this, and I'll come to it in the end, not immediately. So just keep working on it. And for the time being, let's move on to the next section, which is nothing but the table topics. So table topics is a section in which you basically are supposed to be doing impromptu speaking. So I would like to call the table topic master for today. And do we have the table topic master for today, Harpreet ji? Well, I can't spot him on the list of members. Does
We
any of...
don't. We don't. I am taking the TT master role on behalf of Harpreet ji.
All right. Okay. So over to you, Toastmaster Asank, for explaining to us the table topic segment. And just to introduce Asank, I think Toastmaster Asank, for me, at least, I don't think he needs any introduction. So he has been the inspiration behind so many people joining Toastmasters, and he's always there, omnipresent. Just you mentioned to him that he needs to be a part of a Toastmasters meeting, and he's there, ready to help in whatever capacity he's expected to help. So with that, I would now like to bring on stage Toastmaster Asank. Over to you, Toastmaster Asank.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters Akshat, for that wonderful introduction. And fellow Toastmasters, dear guests, I will be the table topics master, or you can say someone who will be trying to speak you and get you to think on your feet and get take up the stage. And the next 20-25 minutes will be something like that, wherein I'll be giving you a topic and you'll have to speak for minimum 1 minute to at max 2 minutes with a buffer of 30 seconds. So the maximum time you can take is 2.5 minutes. The timer will show a green card at green at 1, yellow at 1.5, and red at 2. This is considered to be one of the most engaging segments. So I encourage all of you, even the guests and members who have not taken up roles. So I can see members are there who haven't taken up roles who are there. So I urge all of you to take up the table topics and try to think on your feet and participate in the meeting today. Who would like to go first? Okay, I can see Toastmaster Seema, who is raising her hand. Toastmaster Seema, thank you so much for volunteering. And if I may ask, you're a Toastmaster, right? I can understand that by the questions that you asked, Prerna. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Prerna, for Toastmaster Seema, for taking up the starting the table topic segment. And I have the topic handy for you. So Toastmaster Seema, the topic for you is, I'll just spotlight you. Yeah. Toastmasters Seema, do one thing every day that scares you. Do one thing every day that scares you. Toastmaster Seema, the stage is all yours.
Do one thing every day that scares you. can be just one thing new or the old, I mean, just the same thing.
Anything that that scares you.
Okay, thank you. Oh my God, I should walk. I should diet. And yes, that's so important because we need to be healthy. And I hear those words ringing in my ears, my daughter telling me, Mama, you have to be healthy. That's what we want from you and nothing else. And every day in the morning, I think, yes, I'm going to diet. I'm going to exercise. And yes, I'm going to be healthy. But what happens? That's the thing which scares me because I don't want to walk. Oh, it hurts me. I don't want to walk. And then my husband sends me kachoris. Should I eat it? I want to eat it. No, I should not eat it. That's the most scariest thing. The kachori is lying right in front of me, and I just don't have to eat it. Yes, I'm not going to eat it. I go into the kitchen, make myself a cup of coffee, and slowly walk outside and leave the plate in the living room and walk to my balcony. And then I didn't eat my kachori. And then after 2 hours, oh, it's cold. And I did it. And then my maid comes and I give the kachori to her. I have won. This thing, I have won over. It really scared me that I'm going to eat that kachori. And it just was propelling me towards that taste of that spicy kachori. But I thought I gave it a mindful thought and paved my way for a healthy living. And yes, that inspired me to walk too. And I walked for 40 minutes. And yes, I'm overcoming my fear. And every day I'm walking, even if my leg pains, and keeping myself away from all those fried foods. So, dear ones, do come out of your comfort zone, do the things which scares you, and make yourself and your life better. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Seema. Round of applause for our first table topic speaker for starting the table topic session. So on such a good note, I saw Toastmaster Alex raising his hand. Toastmaster Alex, are you still there? Okay, do I see Alex? Yeah, Alex is there. So Alex, would you like to take up the next topic? Okay. Till in the meanwhile, I'll invite other members and guests who are joining us would like to go next. Anyone amongst the guests or the members would like to take up a topic? Anyone? Okay, I saw. Okay, Toastmaster Alex. Would it be possible for you to unmute and turn on your video, Toastmaster Alex?
Yes.
Great. Can you turn on your video as well, if that's
Am I
possible?
audible?
Yeah,
Yeah.
loud and clear. Is it possible for you to turn on your video? Perfect. Thank you so much. Toastmaster Alex, the topic for you is, do you want a tough topic or do you want an easy topic? I'll give you the choice.
Any topic.
Okay, any topic. Okay. So thank you so much for leaving that to me. Toastmaster Alex, the topic for you is, our minds are meant for thinking, not remembering. Our minds are meant for thinking, not remembering. Toastmaster Alex, the stage is all yours. I hope it was clear.
So yeah, the topic is clear. So have you ever think of something which you have been looking forward to do, but like in a certain situation or in a situation which you have in a panic situation, I would say, you came up with no, there's something I should be doing, but I'm not able to render it in my mind. Like currently, I'm giving a speech and I don't know what to speak. And as we move forward to it, so there are many I literally want to do, but situations which in my life or at time I'm not able to do it because I was not able to remember it. So happened to me many times, like if I want to write some answer particular word in English, but I was not able to do that. Panic or pressure definitely hated me, and and the things which came to me in my mind very later after I have given that. So basically, I have I have basically forgot those things from my end, and I have not been able to recall it. So, so was I able to or not able to recall it, or was that a coincidence on my behalf, or my mind was not able to render it? So all this when it was happening to me, there was a situation when I usually like to ask myself, man, is is there is that an important thing which you are forgetting, or will will be that clear, or are you satisfied with it? So I used to answer myself, all is well, everything will be fine. So this is my end from the web. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you so much, Toastmasters Alex, for that wonderful take. Though there was some glitches, some interruptions in between, but you were able to sail through and complete it. So thank you so much and kudos to you. Who would like to go next? Who would be taking up the third table topics in the meeting today? Do I see any raise of hands? Or shall I invite, or shall I ask someone to take up the topic? Anyone? All right, so let's invite some guests. We have guests joining us as well. I can see guests, Sparsh, guest Mamta, Anshika is there. So any one of you would like, Pallavi is there, would like to take up a topic? Anyone? Come on. I will give you that option, easy topic or a tough topic. You will have that option. Okay, Pallavi wants to go for a topic. All right. So Pallavi, if you can turn on your audio and video, I will share a topic.
Audio, yes, video, sorry.
Not an issue. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pallavi, guest or soon to be Toastmaster Pallavi, for taking up the next topic. The topic for you is, guest Pallavi, the best advice doesn't instruct, it provokes. The best advice doesn't instruct, it provokes. Guest Pallavi, the stage is all yours.
Thank you. Good evening, all. This is one of uh, this is one of the very inspiring topic, and I strongly speaks that if your action speaks louder than the word, then then the your followers, yeah, the person whom you are advising will provoke by your actions, not by the words. So your action should be louder, and most of the kids follow what their father says, what they inherent from the what they judge, yeah, what they get from the by seeing it and not by doing it. So if we say that we have to keep if the advice is that you have to keep your surrounding neat and clean, and if you're already sitting in the dirty table, then it won't be work much as a advice. So if you but if you see the shining red carpet area and everything, you yourself would be motivated to keep the environment clean and greener, and you will be motivated. The same follow for the students and for the students and for your younger ones. The more the best advice is to first follow yourself and then make and let your subordinate let the other people follow your actions, because action speaks louder than the words. Thank you so much. Back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, guest Pallavi. And the crux of the topic, if I got you correctly, was lead by example. If you know the way, then go the way and show the way to others, and that is what inspiring and leading means. So, thank you so much for taking that topic. Who would like to go next? Any of our members or anyone amongst the guests? Guest Toastmasters, anyone? Like, okay, I can see guest Mamta raising her hand. Guest Mamta, would you like us easy topic or a tough topic?
Yeah, easy topic.
Okay. Though the topic will remain the same. It's up to you how you interpret it. But keeping the next topic, the topic for you is the meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to gift it away. The meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to gift it away. Guest Mamta, the stage is all yours.
Vishal will be speak on behalf of me today.
You can try. Mamta, guest Mamta, you can try. You
Because
can try.
today is my first day. Because today is my first meeting, first day.
Yes.
That's why he will speak.
All right. Okay. Okay. At least you can start. What is the, if I may just ask you, what is the, like from your perspective, the meaning of life? Just the meaning of life from your point of view.
Life is very good. It is God gifted. अगर आपकी लाइफ में कुछ अच्छा हो रहा है, आपके बच्चे अच्छे हैं, your children are good, and it is like अगर वो सही रास्ते पे हैं, तो life is very good. Your family is means together, and सब कुछ सही चल रहा है, सब कुछ आपके साथ आपके हिसाब से हो रहा है, बच्चे सही रास्ते पर हैं, सेटल है, they are settled in life, तो life is very good.
Thank you so much, guest Samda, for that.
This time your relatives and your neighbors and अगर आप सब साथ में ही हैं, सब एक दूसरे का साथ दे रहे हैं, तो फिर life is very good.
Thank you so much. आपने पूरा एक टाइम कंप्लीट कर लिया, मिनिमम टाइम, सो थैंक यू सो मच. अब हम फिर विशाल को मौका नहीं देंगे. थैंक यू सो मच, गेस्ट समता, फॉर टेकिंग द टॉपिक. नेक्स्ट अप आई वुड लाइक टू इनवाइट, so just for the benefit of everyone, Toastmaster Vishal is a member of Lucknow Toastmasters for more than 4 years, has been a Toastmaster, a very consistent member, and he has taken invited his mother for as a guest in this meeting. So thank you so much, Vishal, for bringing your mother. Next up, I would like to invite another guest or a member who would like to take up a topic. Okay, Toastmaster Akshat would like to take up a topic. Toastmaster Akshat. Okay, I won't ask you the question. The topic for you, Toastmaster Akshat, is.
Just wanted to say one thing, Asank. Wanted to say that when you give this choice of a difficult or an easy topic, I feel that your topics, any which ways, are very difficult. Whether even if you opt for easy, so there's no point even choosing between the two. Yes, please go ahead.
Okay, the topic for you is. It is not the answer that enlightens us, but the question. Toastmaster Akshat, it is not the answer that enlightens us, but the question. The stage is all yours.
Good evening, seasoned Toastmasters. This topic triggers in me memories of college days, because that's when you start reading quite a lot and you are searching for answers. You are searching for solutions. You are so much involved in rote learning that you're always looking for solutions and you somewhere feel that I should be ready with all the answers. If someone asks me what you are up to, I should have ready-made answers. And that's exactly how we all made each other feel by giving them FOMO, by answering or giving solutions to questions that even do not merit answers with some ready-made answers. Over the period, I have realized, and this is after working quite a lot in the industry, that it's not the answers that we should be focusing on. It's the questions that we should be focusing on more, because sometimes we are trying to solve questions that are not the right questions in the first place. And that's why there is a rat race of coming up with solutions, of trying to fix things that do not merit a solution. Probably they are not the questions, or probably they are not the topics that we should be looking at. So what I feel is that just as you grow in life, you should be completely intrigued about the questions that matter. And when you start thinking about these questions, you would definitely spot the right questions. So what are the right questions? Well, everyone has his or her journey, and they would figure out on their own. But trying to fit solutions or answers to questions upfront may not be the right thing to do always. Over to you, Toastmaster Asank. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akshat. About questioning and keep on like you very well took up the topic and hit the nail on the head, and loved your take. Next up, I would like to invite another guest. I can see guest Sparsh joining us. Sparsh, would you like to take up the next topic?
Hi, Asankhya. It's my first day, so I was just
I'll keep it easy. I'll keep it easy for you.
like
And
Akshat said,
literally,
it's all very different. All the topics
no,
are
it will
very
be easy for sure. I have some easy topics as well in my kitty, for sure. You can be rest assured.
okay. I'll try.
You can take a try. All right.
Yes.
So, Sparsh, the topic for you is preparation plus opportunity equals success. Preparation plus opportunity equals success.
Okay.
Yes.
So, good evening, everyone. Preparation plus opportunity is equals to success. So, when I hear this phrase, I go back to my preparation days of JEE Mains. So, I prepared for JEE Mains after taking a drop after 12th. Before that, I was never interested in engineering and everything, but my father said, so I did it. And while preparing it, I saw this opportunity, and actually, my father saw that opportunity for me, and I prepared for it, and I did score good and got into good government college for BTech. And again, after that, I've seen so many opportunities where I did prepare. For example, I prepared for interviews, which got me into some good prestigious companies, and then this opportunity, the opportunity of joining Toastmaster. So I did not prepare for it, but after joining it, after preparing for Toastmaster, like all the Toastmaster have prepared for all the speeches and everything. Uh, they they are uh, they are so sorry. I think that's all from my side.
Thank you so much, guest Sparsh, for that wonderful take and for that attempt. That is what matters most. Next up, I would like to invite another Toastmaster. Someone, is there anyone who hasn't taken up a role? Uh, anyone who would like to take up? We'll keep it as the final topic. Okay, I can see Krish raising his hand. Krish, I would like to take, I would again ask you if you want an easy topic or a tough topic.
Sure, right, sir.
Sorry?
It's your choice, whatever you like. I'll try my best because I know I was stuck in the easy one as well.
Okay. So the topic for you is there are those who lead and there are those who inspire. There are people who lead and then there sorry, I'll just repeat it once again. There are people who lead and then there are those who inspire. There are people who lead and then there are those who inspire. Toastmaster Krish, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sankhya, for giving such a great topic. And to be very honest, I'll say that there are various kind of people in the world, as the topic suggests. And for me, I am a kind of guy who is into entrepreneurship, as I am the part of people in my college. And for those who don't know me, I'm from IMSLC Toastmasters Club. And recently, I went to a trade fair, or you can say IIT Delhi, for FITT Innovation Hub, and they organized an event on entrepreneurship. At that day, I met various interesting startups. And on that day, I have seen that there are people who led. There are someone who inspired me. But the thing is that I have met an interesting startup over there. And that startup was none other than a startup which doing the things on clothes. I know various people are manufacturing clothes, but that guy was different. He uses his chemicals, and that chemicals he put it on clothes, and after that the mosquitoes will not come to you when you wear those clothes. That's the fascinating part, right? And when I have seen that innovation, I was like, I stuck in for few minutes, and then I asked, how did you manage this? Even though, how did you find that there is a scope of opportunity? At that moment, he didn't lead me. He inspires me to do something great because there is always a scope of improvement everywhere. That's what I say. And that's not the only example. I have seen various and various startups over there, and someone is overseeing a guy who is and someone seeing a guy who is really, really inspiring. That guy did the startup on the pressure. Yes, exactly that pressure that vent was used by the petrol pumps to acquire the pressure of the petrol, and he's preparing on that thing. Again, I am so mesmerized. And to conclude that various and various things will go, and I have seen various kind of startups. And to be very precise, I say that those two startups are something that inspired me on that day. And every day when I read some article, every day when I read about Zomato and Swiggy and each and every kind of thing, I will be so mesmerized. To be very honest, these things propel me, and this will help to pave my way. And that's my take. Over to you, Toastmaster Sankhya.
Thank you so much for that courageous take, Toastmaster Krish. This is all from my side. I hope this was something that was insightful, not just the topics, but even the takes of all the respective speakers. I hand the stage back to the Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Akshat, to take the proceedings forward.
Thank you, Toastmaster Asankhya, for such wonderful topics, so thought-provoking. And I hope that everyone enjoyed the table topics, and we'll get to see more participation in the coming meetings and table topics. So with that, we come to the end of the table topics. And now back to the TMOT session. So prior to the table topics, I had shared with you a file with some technical content. Probably many of you would have nothing to do with that, of no use to you. And yet I gave that topic to you to basically ask ChatGPT about it and to come up with something that at least you can make someone understand. So did anyone have luck with creating a prompt for that text? You can raise your hand so that I can go directly to you. All right, so I can see Toastmaster Suraj raising his hand. So Toastmaster Suraj, would you like to share your prompt with all of us? And if it's fine with you, can you just paste it in the text box if you have something written?
Yes, I can paste it. So do I need to tell you all of you, or just need to paste it?
So you can just paste the prompt. I'm not
Okay.
interested in the output because that is what ChatGPT gives you. But I just want to see, like, for you, what that prompt was.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So Toastmaster Suraj has given a very good prompt to ChatGPT, and Toastmaster Suraj tells ChatGPT that please give me a very crisp and a concise summary of following technical details in very normal expression that a non-tech can also understand it easily. Personify with example, right? So even though this looks like a paragraph, but there are certain keywords that are an instruction to ChatGPT to make the answer extremely user-friendly, extremely non-technical. So what are those words? Toastmaster Suraj, would you like to highlight those words, or do you want me to do it? I think since because this is your prompt, you go ahead and just tell me like what all went in your mind when you thought about this.
Okay, so while writing the prompt, right? So obviously it was totally a technical details which I needed to understand it. Even I didn't understand. So again, I need crisp and concise. This was the main initial point. Second one is that non-tech. We have to make it very well is understandable to all the non-tech people. So non-tech word. And then personify. When we personify, then again we have such an example that can help even 8th class kids children or students to understand it. So personification also helps us to understand anything quickly and very easily. So crisp, concise, non-tech, and personification.
Excellent. And did ChatGPT respond to you in ways that was understandable to you? Like, did you make some sense of what that topic was about?
Yes, I think I can just explain it very easily.
Excellent, excellent. So that's that's a great understanding of the output of ChatGPT. So excellent. I can see that Toastmaster Pallavi has mentioned that she just spoke to ChatGPT and said, just explain and summarize it in a bullet form. I think that's also a great way of putting it. Obviously, when you say that summarize it in bullet form, you're at least putting some constraint on ChatGPT to explain it in ways that you understand. So yes, Pallavi also has used some bit of the attributes. Anyone else who would like to paste it? All right, so we have someone from a subject matter expert, I would say, Toastmaster Ajanta. And what she mentions in the chat is, you have to explain it to Toastmaster members where people may or may not be from a technical background. So this is a great hint to ChatGPT to make it as non-technical as possible. So I want you to summarize this in such a way that it is understandable to them and make it in not more than 1,000 words. This is the file for your reference. So she has mentioned a constraint that it should not be more than 1,000 words. So look, how being aware about prompt engineering may make you ask the right set of questions. So Toastmaster Suraj said it, Toastmaster Pallavi said it, and Toastmaster Ajanta said it. So all great prompts, and this is like an iterative process. The more you write, the more you ask, the more you read, you can again tweak your prompts to make it even better. Anyone else who would like to share, or are we done with all the prompts? Anyone who has something different to say? All right. Excellent. So with that, I would also like to give a prompt that I prepared before this meeting for this question. And this is just for your reference. And this is just to give you a flavor of what was going on in my mind when I thought about this topic. So here it comes in the chat. So these are just different ways in which, depending upon the situation, depending upon the audience, you can talk to ChatGPT and get an output. So like the prompt that I said is that act as a friendly neighbor, explain this Kafka paragraph to a non-technical person in under 50 words, using simple everyday words. Compare it to things like WhatsApp groups, TV news, and courier tracking. Give me 3 versions to pick the best. Because I know that the most technical that people would understand, especially people around me, like my parents, they understand what is WhatsApp, they understand what is TV news, they understand what is courier. So if ChatGPT can make it relevant for a general audience, it can use these prompts. So this was about how you should go about prompt engineering, and I hope that this would have created in you curiosity for how to do better prompts. Because come in the near future, we all won't have the time to read that fat book. We won't have the time to go through 1,000 pages. All we would be interested in is a summary. So with that, I am done with the TMOD session. And now we move on to the evaluation session. So I would now like to call on stage our very dear Toastmaster Suraj, who would take us through the evaluation. Over to you, Toastmaster Suraj.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Akshat, for such a lovely keynote session. Well, it was indeed an eye-opening for everyone, as most of us have just one simple idea can help us to take the maximum benefits from the ChatGPT. And as it has already become, technology has already become the indispensable part of each one's of our life. So considering that, now would move on to the third segment of the Toastmaster Meet, that is called evaluation segment, where we all know that the feedback is the breakfast of the champions, and here we all are meeting to become a champion in our lives, and to become that we all need that feedback which will help us to enhance ourselves in the aspect which we are taking or participating in this particular meeting. For that, I would like to call the evaluator Toastmaster Anoop to come on the stage and evaluate the speech of Toastmaster Prerna. Toastmaster Anoop, are you there?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Toastmaster Suraj. Okay, so Prerna, what a brilliant speech. I think in terms of your overall speech per se, you did a brilliant job. But today's evaluation is not from content of your speech. It is primarily how effectively you managed audience. So that is your main agenda and motto. Now coming to specific deliverables which were there in terms of your specific objectives pertaining to your speech. So would start with clarity. I think as a speaker, you had a lot of clarity while answering and dealing with the, whether it is in terms of question of audience and even in your speech also. So you were absolutely clear on that front. Eye contact and even using verbal gestures, I think you did a brilliant job on that aspect as well. So kudos you for that. Audience awareness, I think in terms of engaging audience and dealing with the queries, you displayed high level of comfort. So I could not see at any point in time that you were not in control of things. So brilliant job on that as well. Now, a couple of areas of improvement. I mean, what I could notice while answering audience queries, I think at times you made a couple of statements which can be avoided. For example, when Seema was asking a couple of questions and after one or two answers, I think this is third question what she asked, and your response was, I don't know what to answer, but I'm still managing and answering this. I think these kind of responses at times, if audiences in audiences trying to heckle you, they'll try to take a control further from these kind of statements what we make, right? I think when
there are a couple of very good, just a couple of very good responses also. I'm saying this is one area where you could improve. I think when Toastmaster Akshat asked, "Why should I listen to you, to your speech?" and then you used your presence of mind, which is very important in these kind of speeches. You said that all of us are here in Toastmaster, which provides us an and inducive environment where we support each other. Hence, you should listen to my speech. And I think this was very apt answer to that. And then Akshat didn't had anything, and you could deal with that in a very effective manner. So brilliant job on that. Uh, in terms of couple of other things which I noted, I think there were a few points in terms of conflict management. Answering on third party between your parents and other things. I think Toastmaster Suraj asked that. You also answered it, but that answer was pretty long. I mean, in terms of while you took a lot of time in order to reach that, there's a third party also in form of your mother who enters in that argument and tries to solve that. So that is a reality. I think we can reach to main point little faster. uh, do not end up only I think at times you took a lot of time in order to build that context. That is in certain cases that is not required. If you'll come to the point directly, the way you handle Toastmaster Akshat ka query, I'm pretty sure that you'll pave the you'll pave the foundation in terms of your growth, and that journey will be amazing. One recommendation I have for you, I think there are a couple of stand-up clubs in Prayagraj also. So you could try attempting and doing a set for 5-7 minutes. So that will be very different kind of an audience. Their main agenda is always to heckle. I mean, if you see any stand-up comedian who's appearing for the very first time, you'll get all those kind of things, all those kind of questions that can give you the first-hand real feedback, and that could also be a very effective way in terms of dealing outside Toastmaster. So see if you want to take those kind of assignments. All in all, it was a great speech, and if I had to say in terms of all these areas, which were your deliverables, clarity, gestures, audience awareness, effective management, comfort level, interest, you did a brilliant job. Keep inspiring all of us with the kind of speeches what you're doing, and the kind of the way you achieved all these objectives. So brilliant job on that, Prerna. Thank you. Back to you, General
Thank you,
Evaluator,
sir.
Toastmaster Suraj.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Anu, for the evaluation. And now I would like to call upon our timer Toastmaster Krish, to present his report. Toastmaster
Hello, am I
Krish.
audible? Am I
Yes,
audible?
you're audible.
Okay, then give me a minute. I will be sharing my screen. Hmm. Here is the option of presenting the screen. Okay. Okay, so my screen is presenting right now. My screen is showing.
Yeah, it's visible.
Okay. So basically, for the timer report, that I am your timer. So I'll say that for the prepared speech session, Prerna Dwivedi takes 11 minutes and 58 seconds. And there is only one speaker, so that's the only speaker that takes the time. And for the table topic session, Seema Badhaya takes 2 minutes 26 seconds. Toastmaster Alex took 2 minutes 17 seconds. Guest Pallavi took 1 minute and 20 seconds. Guest Mamta took 1 minute and 8 seconds. Toastmaster Akshat Pandey took 2 minutes and 12 seconds. Guest Sparsh took 1 minute and 30 seconds. Toastmaster Quish took 2 minutes and 27 seconds. Meanwhile, Toastmaster Anup took 4 minutes and 30 seconds, which was very much, and he was not able to participate for the meeting rewards as well. And that's my pretty much, and mostly of the members are eligible for the meeting rewards as well. And that's from my side. And over to you, Toastmaster Suraj.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Yeah.
Toastmaster Krish, for the report. Now I would like to call upon our next tag team role player, Toastmaster Devika, to present her report on our counter.
So Toastmaster Suraj have used two times and filler word so. Uh, Toastmaster Akshat has used the filler sound and filler phrases I think so probably and repetitive word and Toastmaster Prerna have used the filler word and you know what two times and Toastmaster Anup have used the filler word so and Toastmaster Ajanta have used the filler word two times repetitive word but guest first have used the filler words so two times. Toastmaster Alex have used the filler word lie, so and basically, and guest Mamta have used the filler words. And that's all from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Suresh.
Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Devika. Now I would like to call upon the stage our grammarian, Toastmaster Archita, to pave the way of each participants here for the good uses in their, respective journey of communication. Toastmaster Archita.
Master Akshat. I'm just sharing my screen.
Okay, okay.
Is it visible to all of you?
Yes, now it's visible.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So I'll start by telling you some good uses. I think there are lots of good uses in this meeting, but I have just written a few. So someone used incrementally looking. It's a phrase which means observing in small steps or stages, not observing everything at once. Like Toastmaster Akshat explained in the starting by like we have to he explained how to give one by one small prompts to the chat GPT. So this is a kind of example of that, incrementally looking at something. Then someone used the word mesmerizing, which means so attractive, beautiful, or fascinating that it captures all your attention. And someone again used the word omnipresent for Toastmaster Asankhya, who is present everywhere at the same time. So these are some good uses. Apart from this, there are some areas of improvement in the table topics. I think someone used this in the sentence being in home. The correct word is being at home. Then again, someone used sitting in the table, but the correct usage of in or on is sitting on the table, because someone cannot sit under the table, it's always on the table. And finally, word order. This is something most of people miss, that word order doesn't matter, but it does. Not just in this particular case, but everywhere word order matters. Someone said triggers in me the memories. It is clearly understandable, I know that, but the correct usage should be, or it is triggers memories in me or brings back the memories. These are some areas of improvement. Apart from this, today's word of the day and phrase of the day was quite easy to use. So there are many people who used word of the day and phrase of the day. And in between, I think I disconnected. So I may miss some people who used word of the day and phrase of the day, but Toastmaster Akshay, Toastmaster Seema, Toastmaster Suraj, they used word of the day more than 2 times. And Toastmaster Anup also. Then phrase of the day, Toastmaster Akshay, Toastmaster Seema, Toastmaster Suraj, and Toastmaster Anup. They all used phrase of the day. So overall, it's a really good meeting, and I saw very few areas of improvement. So all the best everyone for future meetings also, and that's all from my side. Thank you so much. Over to you, Suraj. Toastmaster
Yeah.
Suraj. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Archita. And now I will give my evaluation as an general evaluator, and I'll start since the beginning. So just okay. So again, we all started very late when it comes to time. So obviously, the very first area of improvement for the entire meeting is to uh, open the meeting room, and the onus is upon the VP8. So basically VP8, I being the VP8, I think the onus was upon me, and I should be held accountable for that. So again, it was from my end, whatever, it was my bed, obviously, and that's why the meeting could start at the almost 4 5 after 4, where it was supposed to start at least at 3:45 or 3:50. So the first area of improvement. Later on, all the members and the guests, like they were joining, and meeting was started. Once we had some initial role players, most of them, and Toastmaster Janta very well started, illustrated her role, and then as a presiding officer, I came upon the stage, and then I asked for the introduction from the guests, and that's the part of the protocol, and we all interact with the guests. And we had, the great thing is that we had so many guests today. And moving on to Toastmasters Akshat, what an excellent theme you chose, and what an excellent uh, presentation you just have given to all of us. Definitely, as I have already mentioned, that in the era of advanced technology, we all need to keep ourselves abreast to the surroundings, and in that way I think ChatGPT can be of great help. But the only thing which matters that how we are using that, and you shed the light upon that very well. And yes, if we learn how to use ChatGPT, definitely it will enlighten us from wisdom wise, or learning wise or knowledge wise. So it was a great session from the teamwork session, and you kept it engaging. You gave us the prompts, like you just asked for some techies to come upon, then take up the details, and then you just ask for the answers again. Next, what were the prompts we all just used, and then you also discussed upon that. So that was great. And one recommendation, if it could have been included, for example, there was a slide where you were just mentioning what are the things that should be asked to, I mean, all the context you were just mentioning. So better if you could have shown all the audiences searching on the ChatGPT as well, because if we change the screen, if we search something, definitely change on the screen helps audience and keeps all the audience a bit more engaged. So again, a great job done overall, I would say. Great job done. Next, next again, in between G, I came upon as a G, and I was supposed to elaborate my role a bit more, but skipping that, I introduced all my tag role players one by one, and they came upon and they illustrated their role as their respective role players, and great job done by team tag, I would say. Toastmaster Harsh, Toastmaster Devika, and Toastmaster Archita. As a Toastmaster Devika showed all of us those counter or sounds and unnecessary sounds on their screen. That really helps all the audiences to understand what are the unnecessary sound which we just keep using in our day-to-day life. Next, grammarian Archita. Uh, it was great. I mean, words. The words had standards, and it was so well fit in the context of our day-to-day communication that I think it was used, by so many speaker today, and in several times, in fact. So great selections of the words. And now I can say that most of the people who use it, definitely this word will be in their day-to-day use because they have used it mindfully today. Next, then again, I will come to our speaker, Toastmaster Prerna, and I hope she was troubled by the audiences very well, and in that she was very successful in terms of handling all the people, especially when she was flooded with so many questions by Toastmaster Seema Badaya. And she was like, okay, basically it was exactly like when any ambassador to any country or any diplomats or any leaders are just flooded or heckled by the media person. So I think that's the situation. Obviously that was a disruption you have to face, and that is the situation where something just comes out which you don't even feel like to share or which you don't like to answer. So that was a situation you were supposed to face, and you faced it. And now you have a better understanding that how will you be handling it in future if you face the same situation. So great job done by you, and you did a great job. And I would say that as an evaluator, Toastmaster Anup has given you all the insights, where he has already pointed out how in between when you got stuck that I don't know how to answer, what is the answer. So that was just one point which you were supposed to inculcate and learn from your speech, so that in future you can understand how to deal with this particular situation. Next, I will come upon table topic master. So again, our table topic master, just because of some issues, some emergency, some urgent work, he needed to back out, and he tried joining in between, but just because he was traveling, he couldn't make it. And then sudden, willingness by the Toastmaster Asankhya paved the way for a smooth meeting, so that we can just continue our meeting in a very smooth way. So thanks a lot again, Toastmaster Asank, for handling today's meet and helping the entire meeting. And now I think so many guests and a few Toastmasters participated in table topic masters and delivered their speeches very well. And I would appreciate Toastmaster Seema Badaya for a wonderful delivery. Yeah, Toastmaster Alex, I think from your end it was a few glitches in between. So I think better you have a better place where you can find better network. Talking about guest Pallavi, who shed a light upon that action speaks louder than words, and she later on narrated her story. Well delivered speech, I would say. Guest Mamta, though it was your first time, and it was a topic, and the way you mentioned about the life, of course, the wisdom you expressed to all of us, it was wonderful, and it was great insights, I would say. Even though you initially you just wanted to back out from the topic, but this was all kudos to table topic master who encouraged you. And again, that little push we all need in our life in this meeting, and that's why we call that the Toastmaster is a very provides all of us a very conducive environment, so that we can thrive and we can flourish in terms of our growth. Then you took up the challenge. So again, accepting the challenge is the main one of the core purposes and targets of the table topic session, where you did 100% of your job and you spoke very well. Next, Toastmaster Akshat, you from your topic, the insight was during college days exploration increases. That was the insights I could get. And structure, the way you provided, the way you delivered the speech, I really liked it. Next, guest Aspersh. Yeah, guest Aspersh, you also wanted to, back out initially, but again, we all need that very small push. And again, accepting the challenge, you, in fact, outsmarted yourself, you outperformed yourself. So that's the thing we all need to do in a table topic session. All, you know, kudos to Toastmaster Sankhya again, and Toastmaster Krish again. Your delivery was wonderful, I would say. So, as a in a tabletop topic session, I would say that it was a great session I would have ever seen, when a table topic master takes up the role instantly, and he is giving such a great session and making so much interesting to all the guests and motivating so many people as well. So I and now coming to the reports again. Reports. When it comes to timers report, Toastmaster Krish, it was great that you kept your eye on the timing. But while reporting, I would request you rather telling the time taken by each speaker. You just say all of us the qualification and disqualification, and most of the things now visible on the screen, so there is no need. So we can again cut short a little bit of time, and then we can just move forward. Next, Toastmaster Devika, you can also do the same thing, mentioning a little less about the uses, because it's visible. Yeah, as you have mentioned, where the uses have those unnecessary sounds uses have been a bit more. Yeah, you mentioned that. So again, that's wonderful. Toastmaster Archita, well written, and again, you present it on the screen. So that's great. And so kudos to tag team, or that tag team, to assist the general evaluator in a very good way. And now, in the end, I would say that we all just need to take care of a little bit of time. I mean, not all of us. Already the meeting was started very late, and that's why I think it's we are again running out of time. It's already 0620 p.m. So that is something which I think, as a VP8, I think I will be working upon. And now, today's presiding officer, I think, so. Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Akshat. The stage is yours. Still, if you have to say anything upon your theme, then you can. Otherwise, as a presiding officer, even I think Nikhil is not there, so I'll be having the stage as a presiding officer. So, anything else you would like to comment?
I think it's been a great session today, Suraj, and all kudos to you for stepping into the role of a general evaluator, and that too at the last moment. It takes a lot of, I wouldn't say courage, but it takes a lot of effort to jump into roles last moment. So thank you for that. And thank you for providing such a valuable feedback to each and everyone, not just table topic speakers, but also teammates, and sharing your overall opinion. I think with today's teammates top on prompt engineering, I think it was quite a pleasure to see everyone take this topic interactively and share their opinions and prompts. So with that, I'm quite happy. So thank you for giving this opportunity to me. And with that, I would hand it over back to you, or to the presiding officer, for taking this forward. Thank you.
Master Suraj, you are on mute.
Yeah, sorry, extremely sorry. So thanks again, Toastmaster Akshat, for such an insightful theme. Now everyone can see the polling on the screen. Please vote as per your choice, and then polling will be done later on. The result will be announced. And in between, I would request our dear guests to come up on the stage, and please
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj, for giving us the opportunity to share our feedback. And I think this was the one of the best session I have joined. So much positive vibes I got. I loved the topic given by Sankhya sir, and how she motivated guest Mamta to speak. And I admire her son. If every mother has the son who motivates her, his or her parents, then hats off to the young generations. So, and how smartly she handled, and she kept her camera on after that meeting. That is the one thing I admired. And
Exactly.
I love the way Archita speaks. I usually join this session because of Archita. I get so much positive vibes from her, and way she delivers her speech and everything. But this time I saw Akshat ji and you handling the session so well, and there was so much lot to learn. And how you all so softly you gave the evaluation. So kudos to you all. I think the standard of this session is very high, and I should keep on attending this session and make it point to put in my appointment diary. Yeah, I have to be there. Thank you so.
Most welcome. Most welcome. I would love to see you in the meet regularly. It would be our TMCL's honor to have you regularly. And thank you so much for the feedback. Now I would request guest Mamta to speak something like what did you like and how did you feel, and please unmute yourself and you can say something. बोलो बोलो मम्मी आवाज
This is
वेट कर रहा है
this is very good for learning and upgrading all the peoples who are interested.
Yeah,
This
thank you
is
so much.
this is very good platform.
Yeah, thank you so much first for joining us, and kudos to Toastmaster Vishal, and who is like helping you in terms of handling all the technical tools in the Zoom and motivating you to participate in the meeting. So I think he is a background hero, I would say. Obviously, kudos to you, Toastmaster Vishal, and thanks a lot, ma'am, for joining all of us. It's our honor to have you. Next, I would request Toastmaster Aspash to say something. What did you like about the meeting? What are the things which you want us to work upon? And
Yes, Toastmaster Suraj. So this was my first session. I have seen one of my friends doing the Toastmaster, and I never thought I would join it. But after seeing her improvement, I thought I should also give it a try. And yes, within this first session, I know how she improved, why she improved, and I don't think I have to give any feedback. Every Toastmaster was perfect, and I'm looking forward to learn so much from all of you. So thank you so much.
thanks a lot, guest Aspash, for such a valuable feedback. And I hope that again everyone comes through friend, anyone, like we have someone in our life that he or she tells us about the Toastmasters, and then we suddenly land in some meeting, and then we just start liking it. And it would be our honor to have you, all the guest Mamta, guest Aspash, and guest Pallavi, to have you again and again here. And we are looking forward to having you in our further meetings as well.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you so much. So next, I would request speaker Prerna on the stage. How did you feel when people were troubling you? And also, Toastmaster Sarjita, also just let me know if the okay, yeah. Please start, Toastmaster
Okay.
Prerna.
So talking about when the people were disturbing me, how would like I was totally blank that what to answer and how to answer. And also my mother was making noise over there, so I was thinking that how could I manage that audience as well as this audience? So I was a bit of confused, but somehow I did it, and I was a bit of nervous asking Toastmaster Sankhya and Toastmaster Swarnima like how would I do so, and I can't because last two times also I've been giving the same speech, but the purpose was not fulfilled. So this time also I was bit like in question mark, big blank that how would I do? But yes, I did it. So yeah, thank you to the Lucknow Toastmasters Club for making so and let me speak over here. So thank you.
Thanks a lot. You are always most welcome at the Toastmaster Club of Lucknow. And I think you met the expectation of your project. So there is no need to worry about that.
Yes,
Now,
yes, of course.
now I can, okay. So now the result will be announced for the best participants in the respective segment. And Toastmaster Akshat, would you like to share something?
I think Toastmaster Suraj, I'm quite exhausted with the teamwork session for today. So it was overall a great experience, a very interactive one, not just my teamwork session, but the speeches and the table topics. And I would like to just share one comment with Toastmaster Prerna for her speech that, when I was asking her that question, I was messaged by Toastmaster Asank to come up with an arguer question. And I was thinking that, I have a very strong question and Prerna would be clueless about how to respond to that. But she was quite intelligent in the way she responded. And I was completely clueless about how to ask the next question. So I kept mum. So overall, it's a very interesting topic. And I would encourage others also to take this up in their pathways. In fact, I am motivated to take this up in my pathway also. So thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Actually, sir, I was thinking that had I disrespected sir answering this type of answer, so I was very clueless that had I done something wrong, had I answered something wrong. So apologies on that. A big apologies on that.
No, no apologies, Prerna. I think you answered it the way it should be done. And it's not just about a speech. Even when we are working in a professional setup, uh, you would get such arguments from your bosses also. And that is the time when you have to show up and answer it in a way that you can convince all of them. So it's a very tricky topic, I would say. I mean, when I say the topic, basically this is a good pathway to follow, and this is the case all the time. So I am quite happy that you took this up, and everyone should be taking this up. Difficult conversations are actually difficult, and everyone should have expertise in tackling.
Okay, so now we have the screen sharing of the certificates and the results. And I'll go in the sequence. And the very first, as we didn't have multiple speakers today, and considering that the best speaker award goes to Toastmaster Prerna Dwivedi, I would request to, okay, let me just pin her so that we can take up a picture. Next, next is just a moment. Best table topics speaker, and it goes to Toastmaster Akshat. I would request him to come on the stage. Okay. Best Eagle Eye role player is Toastmaster Archita as a grammarian. And now we have last, but certainly not the least, the best Lionheart role player, Toastmaster Sank. And indeed, as a table topic master, he did a great job. So yeah, thanks to all of you for giving us such a great, role, I would say. And Toastmaster Sank, would you like to share something like the way instantly you showed up the willingness to take up the role and anything? Is he okay? Yeah. Thanks a lot. In fact, thanks a lot to you.
Surely. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Suraj, and for first of all, very well managing everything, even without the availability of the president, and the way you took up charge. First of all, so kudos to you as well for taking up the responsibility through and through, not just as a presiding officer, but even as a general evaluator. That one of the two most extensive roles, wherein it demands coordination with a lot of things at the back end. And coming to the table topics, I will say, when you have some topics in mind, when you have like one of the topics that I gave to Krish was something that just came out of my mind. It was not something that I had prepared at all. And the other topics was something that I had just written somewhere or someone had mentioned and I made a note, and I have a like group wherein I keep on writing topics. And that is wherein it's a bank of table topics that I keep on referring to as and when I take up or get some opportunity like this. So it wasn't an impromptu. After all, when you have some topics at your disposal that you can utilize.
Yeah, thank you so much. And
So that's all.
And now, Toastmaster Krish, anything you would like to have a say here? And yeah, thanks to you also for taking up the role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj. And overall, I enjoyed the meeting throughout. It was a really great meeting and really good joining. And especially mentioned to Toastmaster Akshat for the team award that the theme was so informative that as a college student, I will now use these tips to make my presentations and maybe do some cheating in class so that no one can catch me. So overall, thanks and enjoyed the meeting. Very enjoyed table topics, evaluation, everything was on point, and the speaker was also great. Overall, I enjoyed a lot, and thank you, and over to you.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Krish, for such a take. And thanks to each and everyone present here. Now I think we are already running out of time. It's 35 minutes. We are late. And again, thanks a lot, Toastmaster Sankhit, Toastmaster Krish, Toastmaster Ajanta, Akshat, Toastmaster Akshat Pandey, and all the guests who are still there. We would love to see you in our next meeting as well. And thanks a lot for, to be present here till the time. Still, even if we are running out of time by half an hour, more than half an hour. So now I would request Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Ajanta to come up on the stage and to call it a day formally.
Thank you, Toastmaster Suraj. So it was a great meeting today, and I think everyone enjoyed a lot with the speaker session and teamwork session and everything else. And now I would like to officially adjourn the meeting. So the meeting is adjourned and we can stop the recording. Thank you everyone for attending the meeting.